everybody, and welcome to Faribault, Minnesota. I'm at F-Town Brewing, and I'm about ready to go inside and talk to Chris and Noah about what makes their beer so great. So grab a glass, kick back, and join with us. Prost. Okay, I'm inside F-Town Brewing right now, and I'm here with co-owner and brewer Chris. Chris, thanks for having us.
Nice to have you here. Thank you.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about the history of the place?
Well, this is the Peterson Art Furniture Building. It started out, we were told, as a shoe factory. The shoe factory happened to take place more back in the back area.
Okay.
As far as we know that the back area was built 1860s, 1870s. We know this front area was added on later on, 1870s, 1880s. After that was all said and done, the shoe factory left, Peterson Art Furniture took over. They're the ones that are actually the most famous for.
Okay.
The sign is still outside out there, but on the neighboring building.
So why Faribault to begin with?
We're all from Faribault. Well, Travis isn't from Faribault, but Noah and I are from the Faribault area. We've always been around here. Also, we talked about the location because, first of all, 20,000 cars a day go by here.
Okay.
Secondly, there isn't really a brewery within 20 miles right now.
That's true.
So we figured we could get the market here. Faribault does have a rich heritage for brewing. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard about the Ernst Fleckenstein Brewing Company. That was here from
I'm sorry, which brewery?
Ernst Fleckenstein Brewing.
No, I haven't heard of that one. So
okay.
So what was the time frame again?
They were here from 1858 to 1964.
Okay.
They made it through Prohibition. They would have been the second oldest brewery in the country had they made it beyond that 64 mark. But they were basically literally across the street, over by the cheese caves, and down the road a little ways across the river. That's what they're.
Okay, so you have a really strong history with Faribault.
Yes.
May I ask how has the community of Faribault responded to having a new brewery open up within their city limits?
Seems to be very well. I mean, I haven't heard any negativity really. I hear actually a lot of people are embracing it. They're happy. The city council was very happy to have it here. They thought it'd be a great addition to Faribault. They think the tourism committee thought it'd be wonderful. I mean, the county and everybody has been very welcoming to us. It hasn't been really all that hard to get everything through here.
Okay.
It's been very nice. And then we get decent taproom traffic. We get people that come in that from even out of town. You know, the Faribault people though, they seem to really be embracing it. They seem to like it. Telling us that our beer is good.
Now you're one of three co-owners. Now you have Travis and Noah, who are also your partners. Can you tell us a little bit about your guys' history and how you guys came together and what your guys' backgrounds are?
Noah and I have been friends since high school. We've known each other since 11th grade.
Okay.
So we've been friends ever since. Never, basically, I've known him longer now than I have known him before. Basically. Him and I have done everything together. We've grown up he helped me build a house. I helped him build his house. He helped me build my parents' house. That kind of history. We're basically like brothers. Okay. Okay. Travis had come to Faribault, I believe he said 7 or 8 years ago. I can't remember exactly when he came to Faribault. We met him at a Main Street function downtown. Actually, the landlord that's here said, you guys should come down to this Main Street function with me and start meeting these people that you guys want to be a business owner. Okay, so we went there.
So at this point, you guys have decided that you guys have wanted to open up a business. Did you know that business was going to be a brewery at that time?
Yes. Okay. We already talking to him about this space. We already had started cleaning the space. Already had it basically opened up in here so we could actually see how many square footage we had. And kind of had a shake hands agreement with him already.
Now, may I ask, before this meeting, were you and Noah homebrewers at that point? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
We've been homebrewing at that point for about 5 years.
So what's the craziest brew you ever homebrewed?
Craziest brew? We made a couple crazy ones. One of the crazy ones was actually an apple beer. I mean, it was all apple cider and grains, and that one actually was about 11% alcohol. We made a really good imperial stout. That imperial stout was all made with maple sap. Oh, really? Well, did you use a locally sourced maple sap or just, okay. My cousin and I went out and took it out, got some trees. I've done maple syrup many times, and so we went out and we just tapped some trees and thought, let's give it a whirl and see what it tastes like and how it turned out. So it was pretty good. It turned out really well. Any chances we might be seeing that in the future? Yes. Okay. That'll be a future beer. We're talking about actually hopefully this spring. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so anyway, I interrupted your story there. So you were talking about now you've met Travis at this point. Yes, we met Travis. We started talking with Travis, just kind of lightly talking with him about some stuff, and mentioned that we were thinking about opening a brewery. Okay. And we had, actually, the funny thing was, we had left him some beer. We've been talking about, let's get some opinions of local businesses on our beer. We've been to local homebrew clubs. They all thought it was good. We'd get it to our friends. Of course, your friends tell you it's good.
Yeah.
So we went beyond that. Let's go to some business owners. So Travis is when we dropped off a 6-pack. Well, he's telling us, we told him, we dropped this beer off at your place. Did you ever get it? And that's kind of the opening of the conversation. Well, I got it, but I didn't know, if this was like poison beer or something like that. He kind of said to me, and I'm like, okay. He goes, oh, and then he started talking with us, and he went and actually tried the beer. And then after that, he wanted to talk more and more and more and more.
Okay.
And then moved on to where we had a few meetings with him, and we ended up deciding that, yeah, he would be a good fit for us. Because him and I, we've been together, friends so long, we think alike.
Yeah.
You can know what he's thinking just by looking at him. Travis, on the other hand, thinks different than we do, so it's a perfect fit.
Which is something every company needs.
Yeah, you can't always think the same. And then he also he's got his business experience in the restaurant business, so it helps him have a different outlook than we have.
Okay. So what's the first beer you rolled out of here?
Our very first beer that we actually brewed was the American.
Okay.
American.
And why did you decide to go with that beer for your introduction to Minnesota?
Well, actually, we had 4 beers we did introduction beers. But I think the very first beer I brewed was that one. The next one I brewed was the New Pale Ale. And after that was the Nut Brown Ale. And after that was the Light Lager. And we basically just put 15 barrels in each vessel. So our first turnout to Minnesota was 4 beers. Then we also took our pallet system over here, and that was the one we actually started on.
Okay.
We also made, for that, I made the red you guys are tasting right now, the whole roll, and I made a stout. So we had, for our opening week, we had 6 beers on our tap. We were ready to come try.
Okay.
We decided we wanted to make beer that we like, which is going to be very much, we like bold flavored beer. Minnesota does produce some bold flavored beers. We just figured we wanted to produce our own bold flavored beer that we enjoyed ourselves, and we also thought it was fun. We enjoyed it. It was like a nice pastime, a nice way to just kind of sit and have a good time, have a couple beers, play with the system. We have to be creative on building this one. We're having a good time making it, and that was our main inspiration, was to make a beer we enjoyed making and liked, and to see if we could actually do it. I want to know, can I make a beer? Are we just swatting at flies? Are we just basically, are we actually have some kind of a knack to do that, And we never, after that first recipe, everything was our own personal recipe. We just got out, did the homework, learned how to make the beer right, learned how to figure out how to do the recipe, and just started from there. And went up, and we discovered through trial and error and accidentally, oh, this is really good. What did we do? Thank goodness we took good notes. Because we always said if we made the world's greatest beer, you want to go reproduce it,
absolutely,
right? So that was what this thing does. So that's my inspiration behind beers. Basically, we wanted to make something that we really enjoyed making and we enjoyed drinking.
Now we're in another part of your brewery. We're here with the canning system right behind us. We've got your fermenters and your brake tanks behind us. So let's talk a little bit about the actual brewery itself. First off, the first question I'm going to ask you is, what's your capacity?
Right now, actually, we can do 30-barrel batches. Our brew house is a 15-barrel brew house. We have 4 30-barrel fermentation vessels. So we could do potentially 240 barrels a month. 240
barrels a month. And how do you go about with the scheduling for that? I mean, how do you decide which beer to brew more of?
Right now, it's based upon distribution. So the distributor's telling us what they would like to see, what they would want to get, and then what's selling out in the stores. We try to keep a certain amount around for the tap room, because you hit times where the tap room is just jam-packed and you go through beer like crazy. There may be times, of course, where it slows down. But most of the time for us, it's based upon distribution. So where do they want to go next? They're talking about going towards Apple Valley now.
Okay.
So that means, what do you think we should be producing? We talk to them about that, what's selling well. And
any surprising numbers that are coming back at all that are beers that you might not have thought have been done very well but are doing extremely well?
Yeah, the light lager.
The light lager is really good.
I'm surprised that one actually has gained the fan base it's gained here. People hear this that everyone's selling the tap is the light lager. Well, but then again, the number one doesn't make it sound like it's like leading by leaps and bounds. It's ahead of the pack. Everything else is selling pretty decent. The red now, that one has been requested. So then I brought it back. I actually had a 30 barrel fermenter behind me fully.
So I noticed you guys have decided to go with cans versus bottles.
Yes.
Why the decision to go that route?
Well, first of all, industry seems to be heading that way.
Okay.
Secondly, as you can see, the canning line, it's not very big. It doesn't take a big space. It's about 15 feet long. We can have a little table at the end. Cans come labeled, ready to go. We fill it one side, they come out the other side. They're 6-pack ring, they're on a pallet, they're out of the way. Bottling line is considerably longer. Also, with cans, you get no sunlight on your beer.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep, it keeps the beer fresher, better. They're more mobile as well. So, lots of good reasons. The beer does taste, in our opinion, we like the beer better out of the cans than out of the bottles. We've had them in the bottles as well.
Plus, one of the best places that our viewers can go and find F-Town Brewing beers at.
If they come to Faribault, Minnesota, they want to see some beers in Faribault, they can go and get, okay, first of all, on tap, they go out to the depot, right down the hill over here. They can go to the Signature Bar.
Here, too.
Of course, right here at the brewery. Yes, the brewery has everything. We have stuff that you can't get out in the public right now. Also, out of town now, I do know that we have beer in Owatonna, Northfield, of course Faribault, and almost every liquor store in Faribault has it. Like we have Ray's Southside, we have Haskell's, we have Duff's, we have Northern Liquor, we have Hy-Vee. So
we did have one question that came in from Twitter from one of our followers, and it's from Miguel. So Miguel, congratulations, you did win one of our pieces of local craft beer swag. So if you're watching this video, shoot us a comment via Twitter, and we'll get your address and we'll send you out your swag to you. But Miguel asks, do you have any plans for limited or seasonal beers coming up anytime soon?
Yes, we do actually. We're working on one currently. We actually have a bunch of possibilities we want to do. The first one we're working on is a porter. It's a smoked porter or coconut porter right now. We have 2 of them right now that we're going to be trying out here very shortly for the winter beers.
Okay.
We're using our red right now. This is going to be our fall seasonal.
Okay.
We're talking about actually having in the spring, there's a couple different possibilities. One of them is that stout I told you about earlier that's made with maple sap. It's an imperial stout. 10% alcohol. It can be brutal, but it's really easy to drink.
And great for wintertime.
Exactly. Summertime, we're going to start working on. We haven't got a summer beer designed totally yet, but we do have one, and we could actually use. We really wanted to. We have a California Common that's.
Oh, I love California Commons.
Yeah, it'd be a wonderful summer beer. Actually, it does have a lot of good fruitiness to it. So we do have, yes, plans for multiple ones, and we want to have a continuous turnaround on taps, anyways, that are going to be limited releases. Such, yes. Thank you for the question, Miguel.
So again, Miguel, just go ahead and shoot us a private message here, and we'll get your information, and we'll send you over some beer swag from local breweries here in the area. So thanks for watching, and thanks for sending us that question. Okay, now we're in the tap room of F-Town Brewing, and I'm here with Noah, one of the other co-owners and brewers. So let's talk about the beers that you have.
Sure.
What do you have on tap today?
So on tap today we have #1 American Pale Ale. We also have IPA-licious, which is our IPA. We have Flex Less Lager, which is our light lager. And then we have Nutso, which is our nut brown ale. And we also have Ojo Rojo, which is our Imperial Red.
Okay. So this is your Flexless light lager.
Yes.
So can you tell me a little bit about this beer?
So it's just a light lager. It's golden color. It's a lager because it's water is not super soft here. So we prefer a lager over a pilsner. But we personally like lagers anyway, so that's kind of what we go with. It has a little bit of grassy hops. It has also, it's medium body for a light lager, I guess I would say. The light crisp finish.
Absolutely, yeah, I am picking that up.
So, yeah.
This is a very well. When you tell me that this is a light, I'm really having a hard time believing that.
The reason we did Flex Less is because we have a Flex More also, which is our full body lager, and it's not a light. It's actually full all grain beer. and it's as delicious as that.
This is delicious. I mean, I can't even believe I'm drinking light beer at this point.
Yes.
But this is like wonderful. This is probably one of the best light beers I think I've ever drank.
Thank you.
This is your number one American.
That is the number one American. That is a American Pale Ale. It has a citrusy, almost like orange peel, I call it tangerine flavor to it. It has a very nice balance to it, I think. It's kind of golden blonde in color.
It's a very good color, and it's very clear too. So now I've had a sneak preview of your IPA, and now I'm drinking your Pale Ale, and I'm noticing that your malt flavors are really coming through, which is something that not every Pale Ale does here,
Right.
Especially with all the hopheads around in the area. Was that a conscious decision? Or?
Yeah, we prefer a balanced beer, whether it be an IPA or a Pale Ale or a lager or whatever. We like to have a balance throughout so that the hoppiness and the maltiness are balanced, not so that the hops slap you in the face and then there's nothing to back it up. So that's where we're at with that.
Very good. I mean, just a well-rounded beer, and I'm really enjoying it. So
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so this is your IPA Delicious, and I know we touched a little bit about on this one. So what are the differences that I'm going to find between this and the Pale Ale?
So the difference in this one is basically the Pale Ale is in the 50 IBU range. This one is in the 100 IBU.
Oh, okay, so much more bitter.
Much more bitter, way bigger body, way more malt in it.
I'm still getting that caramel note out of it. I love that.
Yeah, well, thank
I
you.
love that. I mean, it's just so many IPAs these days. They ignore the malt flavor and they go straight for the hops
I
flavor.
agree.
And I'm finding it so well balanced. I'm getting the hops that I want. I'm getting the malt that I want. And I'm getting a well balanced, well rounded beer out of this.
Yeah, we have in the dry hop alone, there's over 300 ounces of hops that go into a 15-gram batch. So it gives you a nice aroma, citrusy, piney hop punch, and then also a nice malt back. So
Absolutely. Well balanced beer, great color. A little bit darker than the Pale Ale for sure. Very smooth. I mean, for an IPA, it's extremely
Especially
smooth,
at
very
100.
drinkable. Yeah. So this is your Nutso, your American Brown Ale. Now, the first question I have to ask is, where did the name come from for this one?
not so. I don't know. It just because it tends to be a pain in the ass to brew. It's just one of the things that drives you crazy. So it's not so.
So what makes it so hard to brew?
I guess I wouldn't say hard to brew, but it's filtration part of it is tedious because it's got so many. It's a 9-grain beer, so there's 9 different grains in that beer. So it takes a lot to get it filtered, and then it carbonates really fast. So a lot of times it'll over-carbonate on you when you don't want it to, of course. And so I mean, it's always a pain. So it's a pain to pour. So it's not so.
Well, it doesn't taste Nutso. It tastes excellent.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that has caramel notes and a little bit of roasted malt flavor, and it's pretty tasty.
It's extremely tasty. This is probably one of my favorite beers here. So they're all your Rojo, your Imperial Red.
Correct.
So again, I have to ask, where did the name come from?
The name came actually from a friend of mine has some condos in Cozumel, and when we're there, when we go out, he orders Rojo, which is a red eye.
Okay.
And when he was at my house, this was his favorite beer, so I kind of named it after him.
Oh, really good. So really kind of smooth, real gentle hop notes, real good malty flavors, real good. Almost, dare I say, a fall beer?
That is probably going to be our fall beer. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're working on right now producing that on the big system. So
Okay.
we're going to have 30 barrels of that, so that we can run through the fall for a ways. And what we're going to do is work that into our winter beer, which will be a porter, and our spring beer, which we're not sure.
Now, where is this one available at?
That is available in the tap room.
Tap room only. So guys, if you guys want to get this beer, this is limited edition. Head on down to this brewery and get it here right now. So worth the drive. And check out the local cheesecakes while you're here.
Absolutely.
Chris, Noah, thank you very much for having us out here. It was a real treat. You guys have some fantastic beers. You guys have a fantastic tap room. You guys have to check out this tap room. So again, thank you very much for hosting us. We had a really great time, and we hope you guys did too.
Thanks for coming.
Prost.
Prost.
Well, gang, that's all from Faribault, Minnesota. We're wrapping up our tour here at F-Town Brewing. Thanks for joining us. So remember, if you like our videos, make sure you click that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to us. And don't forget, we're also available on many podcast channels out there, including iTunes and Beyond Pod and Stitcher. So again, thanks for joining us. Be sure to click that like button. Thank you. Prost.